Go ahead, Mike.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 70 of SnarkAlec Radio. With us, as always, tonight is the man who's the father, creator, gentle, tender lover of SnarkAlec Radio, Tony Solo.
Hi, everybody. I am Tony Solo. And I'm going to start before I introduce Mr. Kelly Toole. And apologize to Elisa Elliott for anything I've ever said that was bad about her and her performance on We're Alive. And I'm also going to apologize to Mr. Jay Olegario, who is Datu on We're Alive, the Zombie podcast. But before we introduce him, with us, as usual, is Mr. Kelly Toole, the Kelly.
Hi, everybody. It's Kelly, the Kelly, at KELLYTHUL on Twitter. And Tony, I think, since you've already apologized, you should probably introduce our super awesome guest.
And with us, for the first time, and probably not the last, is the awesome, the amazing, the great voice talent from We're Alive, the Zombie podcast, Datu.
No, keep going.
Yeah, I don't think he's there yet. I gotta be honest.
Mr. Jay Olegario.
Hey guys, hello. That's all to three of you guys and everyone else. Hi guys.
So,
yeah. So,
Mike.
Tony, where'd
yes.
you? Oh. So I was watching some of the old Twitter stuff, and I got curious after a while because everyone was saying Tony didn't like Datu. I didn't understand where that was coming from, so I had to go check for myself. And I saw an old episode that you guys did, I guess, a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
who was on that episode? It wasn't me. It must have been somebody else.
It was Kelly. There was, I don't know, you and Kelly and Karmic 9 was there, and Melissa. So. Yeah, you got some splaining to do.
How'd you enjoy that episode, Jay? How'd it make you feel?
Thank you for the therapy, Dr. Kelly. Inside, I was crying inside, and I felt really disappointed that I couldn't reach out to everybody, and I thought my performance was pretty stellar.
Yeah. How do you think Datu felt?
Well, Datu was really, it's so hard being part of, the zombie apocalypse. You guys are in a good world right now, and it's difficult to listen to people like that. What if a zombie is after you? I have to scream all the time, Michael! And then you guys are just, Datu just doesn't scream good enough. He screams too much. He screams not enough. I don't know what to do. But if you wanted an Indian accent, Tony, I would gladly.
I can do the Indian accent too, my friend. But you got me laughing so hard. I think I just made urines in my pants.
That's a great.
Did you make that urine in your pants?
Urine in my pants? What is urine doing in my pants? I don't know.
You're in my pants? I'm in your pants. I don't know. This is LA. I don't know. They do that in Hollywood a lot.
Hey, Mike, let's just sit back, relax.
I was just thinking to myself, like, there's really no need for me to be here tonight.
I've established what I needed to, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
Kelly and I are just going to sit here and drink. Tony, you start apologizing. You got about 80 minutes left.
Although there are people, for the people that are watching or listening on the radio, Kelly has an awesome hat that says Datu rules and hashtag Team Datu and wonderful.
And on the wall, a big welcome
and
Datu.
And on the wall it says big welcome Datu. Love it. Love every piece of it.
I'm guessing Kelly's wife is out of town this week for all the redecorating you did to the house.
Jay, you need each episode, and I think we probably need to hit on this too now. The egg, it's Egg 2 today, decorated as Datu with a saw and a wrench and a hammer, and so I don't know if anybody listening to SnarkAlec Radio knows this, but in the movie Piranhaconda, there was a prop egg. and I won that prop egg. They actually sent
Wait,
it.
why have you never talked about this before?
I know.
We never talked about this
I'm a
before,
bashful
never.
man, and I dress that egg up every show, and it's dressed up. But because it's always a little bit of arts and crafts for me when I do this to get it ready, I have to say, Jay, I put in the largest amount of time in show prep for this with the Datu on the wall and the signs and the egg. So for you, man.
Datu greatly appreciates it. Datu loves everybody.
So before we
Except for Tony Solo. I don't know. There's something about Tony that is.
I
Now,
really
Jay,
want Datu
I
to
do
rip
have to
on
say
Tony
that I
before the night.
suggested on Twitter that you and Tony Solo battle rap each other on the show, but Tony wasn't going for it, so...
Yeah, I don't rap. But before we get too derailed, let's do the news, get that out of the way, and then we'll get into talking to Jay. So let me just take a minute for just to remind people that on Sunday, Dylan Knows will be on. Starts around 12:30-ish. You know Dylan. He's on time if he starts at 2. So don't forget, Dylan Knows he's doing a list show this weekend. We got some good movies coming up on Sci-Fi. If you like zombies, on the 19th, there's a movie called Battle of the Damned. And Jay, what's better than a movie with zombies in it?
A peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Okay, so if Dolph Lundgren was in a movie with zombies eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, the only way to make that movie better would be to put robots in it. So a movie with Dolph Lundgren, a peanut butter sandwich, zombies, and
robots?
Robots. Battle of the Damned is going to be on Sci-Fi the 19th. It's not a Sci-Fi original, but it's a Sci-Fi premiere. So that's something to look forward to. Another one on the 26th, Mega Shark vs. Mecha Shark. So Mega Shark is coming back with Debbie Gibson. It's an Asylum movie. That is another premiere movie. And then that day they're just doing mega movies all day, so Mega Shark is all over the place. And then on Wednesday the 30th, everybody knows about Sharknado. They've been promoting this movie for a while. And there's going to be another movie on August 2nd called Sharktopus vs. Terracuda, which is another Corman movie from the same franchise where Kelly got his Piranhaconda egg. I don't
know if I mentioned that. Have I? That I won the Piranhaconda
Kelly, how did you... Oh, you won that egg.
Yeah, I won that.
I wondered, because I thought a few weeks ago, I thought you'd mentioned it for the first time.
Yeah.
And now we're just starting to get the backstory.
I'm a shy man. It's hard to get these things out of me, but yeah, I did win that. So.
Can you hold up the egg to the screen?
Let me see the egg, because you can't really see the egg, Kelly, because you've got
Well, yeah, hang on. So you're making me work here, Jay, and this is great radio.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm not whining. I'm not Tony. I'm good.
I'll describe it. He's pulling down the wrench from the cabinet behind him.
Kelly's pulling on his wrench.
Nice. He's pulling on his wrench.
Hey.
Oh, nice.
There we go. So I'm talking to actual prop egg from Piranhaconda.
You guys
there were
have
two.
To, yeah, that's pretty cool.
So what Kelly does is he usually takes a picture and posts it on Instagram, and then we usually post it on the website also, so that anybody who's listening to the radio show when it premieres on Sunday and plays for a week, they will be able to access it by just going to the SnarkAlec Radio website. So they will find it. But so I'm done apologizing. Jay, because
do you accept his apology?
That, not you.
I've accepted your apology, Mr. Tony Solo.
Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. So everybody can get off my back about saying bad things about Datu and posting tweets that said "Die Datu die,"
and he died.
He did. And you want to know something? Yeah. The ironic thing about that is if I say that was the best episode, I think, of the whole series yet, it wasn't because Datu died. It was because on one hand you had, Datu dying, and it was quiet. It was Michael, Victor, and Datu in the arena, almost going full circle. And then on the other side, you had Lizzie giving birth in the hospital with Kelly and Saul and Tanya and all that craziness going on, and it kept on going back and forth, and the contrast was just amazing. But we're getting ahead of ourselves, I think. John McGivna wants to say hello to Datu. Datu's not here. Jay is here.
Hey, John McGivna. But Datu can also, say hi to John McGivna. Hi, John McGivna.
So, John.
So, Tony, I'm completely on board with it. We won't talk about all the horrible things you said about Datu and Jay by proxy, but I just wanted to clarify which reason why. Is it we're ignoring the past? Is it we're not holding you accountable for the words you say?
No.
Or we're letting you off easy? Which of those three? I just want to align my thinking to understand, because I'm with you. We need to stop talking about what you said, but
Okay.
which reason?
Okay. Well, I thought we got to the point where I apologized, Jay accepted, and now we're moving on. But
Forgetting about the
Are
past.
we?
Got
Because
it.
right now I don't know. Because
well, no, because Kelly won't let it go. Let it go, Kelly.
Kelly's pulling us right back
Oh,
into it.
clearly it's my fault. Yeah, I can see the eyes. Yeah, I understand. I feel
No,
horrible. Jay, I'm sorry.
I'm with you. I don't know.
Kelly-
I think I'm with Kelly now.
Shirley and I say that you got to give it up. Just give it up, Kelly.
Sure. Okay, I'll ignore the hit past. That's fine. I'm good.
I'll rewatch the episode.
There's no need for you to go back and
Lie
do
yourself
that.
to sleep.
Yeah. Tell you bastard.
Just-
That bus not only has he thrown me under the bus, but he's got in, driven over me, backed up, driven over me again, and kept on going.
Dude, you bought the ticket and drew a line across. Okay.
That is so funny. So we're going to ask you the standard, normal, boring questions first, and then we'll get into some other stuff. So for our
That's
listeners,
a strong lead into this section, Tony. Thanks.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
for
yeah.
our listeners and
I
our
think
viewers,
so.
and actually, you want to know something? Hey, Mike, guess what?
Hey, what?
It's time for a break, Mike.
Oh, all right. So Tony's giving me the fist. So it's
Again.
Oh my gosh.
it's time for us to take a quick break here on SnarkAlec Radio. We'll be right back, kids. And we're back! Welcome back to SnarkAlec Radio on Live 365's Loud and Loaded station. Tony, Kelly, and very special guest Jay, better known as Datu, mortal enemy of Tony Solo.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah,
Yes.
I feel like whenever Tony starts talking, we should play like the Empire music from Star Wars.
I actually, if you would have brought that up, I would have had that available, but I don't. But there might be something I can do. We've got another of your number one fan, Myrna, wants to say hi,
Yeah.
Jay. She totally loved Datu, so maybe Myrna gets a
Myrna.
shout out too, Jay.
Myrna, my girl, how are you? Thank you so much. I love you so much. Unlike Tony right now. I don't know, Tony.
This is my favorite episode of the show so far.
I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
70 episodes in, and this is my favorite.
I think every episode, every segment, Tony is gonna have to redeem himself every time we go to break.
That's
But
it.
yeah,
All right, another break. We'll be right back.
Wow, wow.
So, before the show is just explaining to Jay how we kind of prepare separately. So, I'm going to ask the standard question again. How did you get the role of Datu on We're Alive? For those of our listeners who haven't maybe listened to the fan cast.
Sure. Well, basically, like any other actor, you search online on the different breakdowns that fit you, and there was one for a zombie podcast voiceover, and I'm voiceover trained, so I went all the way down to the studio, met with Casey and the other people part of the crew, and originally, I think everybody auditioned with the script of Michael, and so I originally did Michael's part, and then they asked, can you do accents. And I was like, sure, yeah, I can do accents. They're like, Hispanic? Sure, I live near East LA. I can pretty much do that. So I did it. I guess they didn't enjoy it. And then they're like, do you do any other accents? And I said, yeah, I grew up Filipino. I pretty much do accents all the time in Filipino. Let me try that one. And it went well. Originally, it was supposed to be Jorge, the mechanic. And
Not a very stereotypical.
no, no. Or was it Jorge the janitor? Yeah, yeah. So now it's Datu, the janitor mechanic.
Tony probably would have loved Jorge.
Yeah.
He'd have been a big Team Jorge guy.
Well, let's put it this way. Let's get all the cards on the table. My big problem with the character of Datu was he really didn't fix anything. You know, he got some stuff done, but like when it came to the generator, it was Bert's generator. Bert had to get it running. Now,
Yeah, but how did they get to Fort Irwin?
in a
They stopped
helicopter
in the middle of the field
that almost killed them.
all night. But almost, yeah. But then all night, Datu had to fix that darn thing. While everybody got to sleep, and then Riley's drinking and getting
and
all
got 'em. Yeah.
doing her thing, whatever. And then did Datu get any sleep after he fixed it? And they made it. They made it to Fort
They
Irwin.
did. They did make it to Fort Irwin, and I'm going to give you that one. But there was a lot of...
Datu saves lives, and that's not good enough for Tony Solo.
And I think they're still using that Mata gun.
They are.
They
They
are.
actually have the Mata gun.
That's still in play. So how are they gonna get the zombies? I'm just saying.
Well, they are still using the Mata gun. From the time that you auditioned to the time that the show went into production, how long was that?
That was only a couple months. Yeah, because I think they were still putting everything together, last minute stuff, and we just went right into it. It was if you listen to it, I think everybody was starting to get the feel of each other and the group of coming together within the first couple episodes. But throughout the years, we just became a family, and I think Casey really learned us as people besides the characters, and really put our character and the actual actor into those characters.
So the actress that plays Riley kind of tips a few, does she? Is that?
She is.
She's
a
got a little
lot.
problem.
Claire Doden is a lush. Okay, you heard it.
No.
Oh. Claire would appreciate that. Love you, Claire. I hope you're
A regular SnarkAlec Radio listener, you're in big trouble.
Yeah. As
you
well
can
as Elisa Elliott.
Yeah, you can definitely hear the difference between a stark difference between the first season and the last. But I mean, you can see how progressively, it gets better and better and better. Throughout acting,
Casey's
writing.
amazing. That's a lot of Casey, and it's his brainchild, and coming out there, and it's pretty awesome on what he puts together.
So now, I don't know if Kelly has anything prepared, but I have. Kel, are you just reading Twitter?
I'm not. I'm responding on Twitter here. But go ahead.
Okay. So you're
Thanks for drawing
responding.
attention to that, Tony. Go
Oh,
right
okay.
ahead.
I'm just wondering if you were doing the radio show with us, or if you just playing.
I'm interacting with the fans.
Cool. Can you keep Kelly on the screen for a second? I want to Instagram this.
Okay.
I can do
There
this.
you
I
go.
can. He'll stay up.
Well, why don't you shut up,
Oh.
Tony? And if I keep
don't-
talking,
Oh,
I'll be going ahead, and I'll be up, and I'll be up, and I'll be up.
No,
There
I'll
you
be
go.
using the video manager, and I'll click on your picture, and you'll stay up for as long as I keep that clicked.
Cool.
You get it, Jay?
That's gonna be on my Instagram at Jay Olegario as well.
Can I suggest something, Kel? Why don't you switch yourself over to color for a second and let him take another picture?
Okay.
So that way, so for the radio fans at home, this is really exciting radio.
Yeah.
What we've done is,
Right now, what's happening is Kelly's trying to get up.
Hey.
so Kelly's getting his picture taken because he's all trying to be gangster with a big
Awesome.
floppy .2 rules thing on the top of his hat.
So
You
he's
guys
trying to
gotta-
get up, but there's floppy issues.
Yeah.
just trying to
all
provide
the
commentary
video
for our radio audience. That's all. Kelly.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Go to the
Kelly
Instagram.
has floppy issues. Great band name.
It is, yeah. Floppy issues is a good band name.
So who is
Yeah.
the most fun person to work with on the cast? Like, or who is the person that got you in the most trouble because they made you laugh all the time?
Oh man, oh geez. I would say Bert, Scott Marvin. He is full of puns. That guy, you guys have to try and get him on this show because he's the punniest person. That's all that runs out of his mouth.
I think we'll have a throwdown.
Yeah.
You would
have a throwdown.
a
If
good
you
time.
wanna throw down with a pun guy, he's the guy to go to.
Well, and this is just my opinion, but out of the entire cast, the characters of Datu and Bert have the most distinctive voices. And understand it's a radio show where it is voice generated, so everybody has to sound a little bit different. But
Yeah.
Datu and Bert definitely have, and Claire, because she's got the accent. But as far as on the male side, the standout voices. I'm not going to say that Saul's not good or anything like that. I love Saul. Saul's great. He's fantastic.
Saul. He's like the cool guy. Whenever he comes onto set, let me just tell you, Nate G's.
Yeah.
Every time he walks into the room, we all just have to say, and Nate G's, because that guy he has swag about him. I hate it. And then Datu, just, hi guys. And then Nate's like, hey yo, I'm right here, yo. And I'm like, gosh, whatever.
Yeah, Nate shows up, and there's Jay in his dirty coveralls trying to get a pump to work someplace, and here comes Saul with a nice big old gun.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad you let it go, Tony.
I didn't let anything go. Just saying.
Just say it.
So are we getting anything from Twitter there, Kel?
Oh well, so super cool. Mirinda she was having some trouble connecting, but she is now connected, which is really good. So you really need to give a shout out to Mirinda, Jay, if you wouldn't mind. Mirinda Music, if you like.
Mirinda Music's been following for a while. I love Mirinda Music. Mirinda, I be keeping an eye on my Twitter handle. You're awesome. Yeah, love Mirinda.
Yeah. We've had her on the show. She was really awesome. She is from Holland,
Yes.
I believe. Switch.
Did you just point in the direction of Holland?
I believe I pointed in the direction of Holland for those of you listening on the radio.
Pointing like Holland was right over there.
Holland? Right over here? Just north of Canada, I think. But that required her to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning Hollandese
She's up
time.
right now?
She apparently is.
Streaming live? Oh my gosh.
She's away.
She is totally awesome. Oh man.
And she liked Datu. Matter of fact, when Tony did his usual Datu sucks rap, she got in his face.
Yeah, no, she 100% stood up for Datu like the rest of us do.
Yeah.
All Tony Solo. All Tony Solo.
I missed that rap. Could we relive this rap? This Datu?
I
can
can
send you that audio sample.
I can send you a sample. I can't find it during the show because I'll just be sitting here looking for it in the actual past show. But I will make it public, and I will put it on the website so you can get it. And and
then I can be back on this show, Tony, and we can discuss what had just
further.
Further.
Just keep on punishing Tony. That's what everybody wants to do.
That's the theme of tonight's episode. Datu
Now
rule.
Now you can feel how Datu feels. See, it doesn't feel good, does it? Datu doesn't like to feel like that either.
So I've got a question here.
Yeah.
And this is a question actually for Datu. Actually, no, this is a Jay question. The next one is a Datu question.
Yes.
Given that Datu was a slow turner, what was unique about his makeup that made him that way? And
So
is there any
slow turner? That's not like short bus, right? Just
no slow turner?
like the wheels in the head,
Okay.
He's a
So
slow
wait,
turner.
first of all, let me stop the question here and give credit to Dawn Snarks because she's the one who submitted this. Don't want you to think it's coming from me. What was unique about his makeup to be that way, and is there any common ancestral link between Tanya, Saul, and Datu? The last name Tink implies a Pan-Asian connection at some level.
Wow. Wow, that's deep. No, I think it takes a special person to be a slow turner. You know how the Armageddon? Isn't there a new TV show where some people just suddenly disappear? And I think it's one of those situations.
I think it hasn't started. I know HBO was doing
No,
something like that. There's a couple.
it started. Yeah,
I
I think
did.
it's
there's
HBO.
been 2 episodes and they suck.
Oh,
Okay.
really? Yeah. Bad analogy, but along those
Unless
lines.
one of them wants to come on the show, then we love that
Right.
show. And Tony
I think-
Solo said that show is shit.
Tony
That
Solo said
movie,
nothing.
that show suggested sound like a Datu
See,
show selection.
That's the way
give
to
it-
get people on this show. Just Tony, just hate on a lot of people, and they'll come.
which makes most of the free world population available to us, which is awesome.
So that means we're never going to get Scott Marvin. We're never going to get Nate G's.
No, I hate them. But
Who was that you hate
Wait.
there, Jay?
oh wait, no, that wasn't me. That was Tony for those people on the radio.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that was I saw it. It was Tony Solo. Who
Yeah,
said
he's
that.
doing his Jay impersonation and
You
sounds
know,
close.
It's creepy accurate, but it definitely wasn't Jay.
Hey, look, it's me, Tony Solo. I hate Scott Marvin and Nate G's. They should never be on this show.
That
you know,
is perfect.
you know what's
I
so
closed
weird?
my
Yeah.
eyes.
that is scary.
Whoa,
And
whoa,
when you
Tony.
did that doo-doo-doo thing, I've seen him do that in person.
Tony, calm it down, man. That's just evil. Oh, and then at Lisa Elliott. Oh, I don't like her either. Oh, she's grossy.
This is, man, it's like there's 2 Tonys on this show.
Best
Yeah,
episode
Tony,
yet.
Tony Solo. Just kidding. All right, love you, Tony.
So there's no ancestral link between
Oh.
Datu, Tanya, and Saul?
Yeah, no.
No.
I don't think originally, no, there's no ancestral link. Because,
You almost said something else. I think.
ancestral.
Let's talk about that next episode.
We'll get Dr. Phil in here too. Oh, by the way, I hate Dr. Phil.
I think I see what the spin-off is going to be of the show.
No, I think the Tinks are of African descent.
Okay,
we
well,
don't-
I'm gonna agree with you there.
Yeah.
But we're gonna take a break, Jay, and when we come back, we're gonna have a question for you that not gonna be that serious.
Ooh, right.
So this is SnarkAlec Radio Show on Live 365's Loud and Loaded channel, and we've got Jay Olegario, Datu with us, and if you want to hear more, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Hey, and we're back. I am Tony, Kelly, and Micah here, and Datu is here, my buddy, my friend. How you doing, Datu?
That was an Indian accent again. Where there's
Yes,
a,
it
where
was.
is
I
a-
did not say. If I
Okay.
told you once, I told you 10,000 times. I will not do Datu on this show.
I don't. Oh, if you go on YouTube, there's this guy that does Datu. I forgot what his name is, but he did a whole scene of Datu, and it's epic. It's the most wonderful tribute to Datu ever. If you guys got to see it.
That's
it made my
wonderful
day.
tribute, completely unlike what Tony Solo does on this show.
Right. Yes, the guy actually tried, and it was amazing. So if you YouTube Datu impression, I'm sure it's somewhere on there. Anyhow.
So I've got a whole bunch of questions from Dawn.
Yeah.
Question number 2. Throughout the series, people were consistently a dick to Datu, like me. On a
happens.
scale of 1 to 10,
Say like
please
that's a different
indicate
state.
Please indicate the number of bitch slaps you'd like to dole out to the following characters, not radio show hosts, characters. how many bitch slaps would you like to give Michael?
Oh,
If
just
You looked over your shoulder there, Jay. You worried Michael was back there?
yeah, Michael,
I don't know.
because I don't want to slap Michael. No, I come from a loving place. I wouldn't really bitch slap. Yeah, Datu wouldn't either. We just like to talk it out a little bit.
That's what we like about people like you, Jay. I know you'd be surprised, but there are other people in the world that take a different approach and say bad, negative things.
See, that's just
They would block people from radio shows.
Yeah, they would kick them out of radio shows and block them.
so,
bitch slap's a strong word. I would
well,
maybe.
again, this is not my words. I'm reading a question here from Dawn Snarks.
A
Okay,
brilliant question.
it's a brilliant question, but then meanwhile, how does it get all turned that bad to Tony? I don't understand.
Oh, Tony, don't worry. It's not always about you, Tony. You know my ex-girlfriend always used to tell me that. Oh,
I think we have a new show bump.
What time is it? 9:48. Let me write that.
The great blocking begins.
She names the whole cast here.
Oh yeah.
Michael, Saul, Angel, Bert, Kalani, Hope, Kelly, Pegs, Riley. I would have put a couple other people on that list, like Scratch, maybe.
Of course you
Oh
would.
yeah. Oh well, Scratch. Everyone wants to kill Scratch.
So, talk to me for a second about that. The actress that I assume you say that Casey kind of pulls some people out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jenna McCombie. Oh my gosh, when she comes on set, she is just the most docile, nicest. She's the nicest person. If there's anybody on set that's the nicest person, it's Jenna. She's the sweetest, most caring, awesome person you can ever meet. But when she is in that soundstage, she turns evil. It's scary. It flips. She gets into that character real quick.
You know, she did. There's not me, but there's a lot of hate generated towards Scratch from a lot of people, and I'm not gonna say it's me. But then again, Kelly will turn and say that it is me, and Michael just will sit there and point and laugh.
Well, you have to hate a character like Scratch. Of course, that's fine. You're allowed to.
But you're not allowed to hate a character like Datu.
No.
Who helps people, who tries to make the world a better place.
Saved lives, damn it.
But not well enough.
I guess to some people it's just not enough. What can Datu do for you? I made you a gun!
You didn't make me a gun, buddy.
I'm going to put this show on and listen to it over and over. It's going to be playing in my house constantly from here on out.
You know, you should have just left me in the elevator shaft. I would have died. I would never have met Samantha or Hope or any of you guys.
Okay, so earlier in the show we were talking about favorite episodes with Datu,
Yes.
and that whole sequence when Datu was in the arena with Samantha. It was really hard to listen to because it was like some really heavy crap was going on in there. And I think as far as Datu goes, that was probably where,
it was a turning point.
Yeah, it was a big turning point for Datu because that's where he decided he was going to live and fight, Well, but barely. I mean, he barely made it out of there.
Before that, his family is all in the Philippines if he knows that they're still alive, and then so he's pretty much giving up hope or life, and finally gets in touch with a girl named Samantha and starts falling in love with her after a couple episodes, and suddenly gets taken away. That did not see that coming. So it was a really dark place to go and voice act that part. And I remember listening to fans, and I met some fans at the other live shows and events that we did, and they were saying, because a lot of people listen to this show while driving, and one person told me they had to actually pull over their car because they were crying too much, which is, I was like, I'm sorry that I did that.
That's not a covered peril, by the way. I have some insurance background, not covered.
Not covered.
Podcast tears, not covered.
You can't. No. I was listening to a podcast. I'm sorry.
Nope,
Yeah.
sorry.
You could break new ground in the insurance market with that, though.
Our special
be
podcast
covered.
tears coverage.
You know, it was. I mean, and then when you find out later, the guy that was in there with you was actually Kalani.
We had to drag his sorry ass. Oh,
Yeah.
can I say that? What?
Yeah, you can. Okay, so
Call
yeah,
him Dick if you want to.
Oh yeah, that dick. I swear, he was like holding us up. He was so slow, and he was more meat. I think he would have been more of a better meal for them, but I don't know.
So did Casey make you eat spoiled arena food during that recording of that scene for authenticity to
Yes.
make it authentic? And I thought he would. He sounds like that kind
Yeah.
of guy.
Casey makes us do horrible, horrible things. You think those are all just sound effects added to it? No. He brings in live carcasses so we can actually smell.
Well, they'd be
Snot
dead
live.
carcasses, wouldn't they?
Huh?
Wouldn't they be dead carcasses? Because if it was live, would it be a carcass?
Well, yeah. You know what? You know, Tony.
See? See?
See?
I didn't think he was done apologizing yet.
Hey, Mike and I are going to step back here and be supportive of you for a second, Jay, while you explore this further with Tony.
Okay.
Can it? Sometimes there could be live carcasses. I work in the ICU, and as an ICU nurse, sometimes a live dead person can be. Forget it.
I don't know. I don't know how many live dead people you know, but I'm just kidding.
I work in law enforcement.
Wait, aren't zombies live dead people?
See?
No, they're dead.
Ah! Tony?
They're dead people.
Michael.
I got your back here, Jay, unlike Tony.
Yeah. Completely.
You have two friends on this show.
That's awesome.
Neither of them rhyme with baloney.
So, question.
Yeah.
Outside of the two episodes that I mentioned, was there any other maybe episode or performance that you had during your run in the show that stood out for you for some reason?
Let's see. No, well, a lot of the sound effects that we use is what we do. Like if I have to pick up things, there's nothing really stands out. But when Casey tells us, okay, you're gonna be lifting a really heavy thing, so take this pillow and hold it against your chest and make it sound like you're struggling, or we get really physical in the sound stage. So like almost every day, I couldn't really pinpoint anything because we get really physical. Yeah. On the Foley stage.
Well, there was one scene, and Datu wasn't involved, but when there was the big shootout where Bert got rescued from the colony, and Scratch was there, and Bert was a prisoner, and Lizzie was there, and the prisoners had control of the colony, and they came in to get them out, and there was the big shootout at the end. That was a little bit crazy. But then in the aftermath of that, everybody was over at the colony when you guys were rebuilding. And it was interesting because there was a lot of stuff going on, and Casey's done that several times where there's something happening where I'm going to say in front of you, but then you can hear what's going on in the background. Like at one point, is it Bert that says, hey, or Michael says, hey, Datu, fix the fence, and you hear, it sounds like you're far away, but on it or something like that.
No. That's all sound effects. That's all done in post editing because we're all just right in front of the mic, doing all our things, and they just change up the volume on that to make it sound like it's in the distance.
Yeah, it's done so brilliantly though.
That guy works really hard. Once we're done putting all the voice, he's just putting all the extra sound effects. It's amazing what he does. He has a former military background, so all that is all him.
Did they do any of the sound live? Like did they have any of the sounds going on, or was all of the extra stuff?
No. Yeah, that's it. All we do are just provide our voices and the voice acting. And if we have to add, Casey will say, okay, so this is how we're setting up the scene. While you're saying this, you're going to be dragging a body. Okay. While you're saying these lines, you're actually climbing up the side of the helicopter. So sound as if you're. So you have to. It's really all voice technique on how to make it sound like. Yeah. It's all added afterwards.
Can you do your hot air balloon voice then? What is the hot air balloon voice technique?
Hot air balloon voice?
Yes. What would be the vocal technique for being in a hot air balloon?
Hey, look at me, I'm up here now.
It's like I'm there. It's like I'm there.
God. Oh my God, it's so high. That's as good as it gets.
That's awesome.
So what people don't know, and what we may let you guys in on, before the show started, Jay let us in on some of the secrets for the finale, and he's going to divulge them all.
Oh no!
A SnarkAlec Radio exclusive.
Oh boy! Oh boy! I don't know if everyone's okay with.
Don't worry, nobody listens.
Well, we're gonna talk Jay into it on the break, which we'll take Jay with right now, T.
Yes.
We're gonna talk Jay into it on the break, and when we come back, we're gonna have him spill the beans. So if you're listening to SnarkAlec Radio, you're gonna get some special spoilers. So spoiler alert! If you don't want to know, you might want to tune out. We'll be right back. This is SnarkAlec Radio on Live 365, loud and loaded. We'll be right back. And we're back. You're listening to SnarkAlec Radio. We're about to tell secrets and piss Casey Whalen off a lot. So
why are you whispering?
Because it's a secret.
Because Casey will kill me. He knows how to use a sniper rifle.
It's dangerous. He was like a Nazi, right, or something. He was. I forget exactly.
Wait, a good Nazi or a bad Nazi?
He was a compound Nazi. Breaking Bad compound Nazi. So
I'd like to see the good Nazis. Were they singing "Springtime" in Germany?
Huh. Yeah, it was. I found. So did you watch Breaking Bad at all, Jay?
That's the other show I need to get into. I'm sorry.
Definitely.
I got The Walking Dead, and Game of Thrones is right after Breaking Bad. Soon enough, I will be watching that.
When you get to Breaking Bad, you're gonna see there are Nazis in that, but they're not good Nazis. They're compound Nazis. They live in a compound in the West, but I don't know. Right. It's hard to explain.
So I have
for all those Nazis listening out there, those compound Nazis.
Yeah, I don't want to offend our Nazi listeners. I really don't want to offend our Nazi.
No, Datu loves you guys.
Datu loves Nazis. An important takeaway from this episode.
And a great band name.
Yeah. So Myrna wants to know, Jay, our friend Myrna that you shouted out to before wants to know whether or not you memorized your lines, or were you just reading your lines off a script?
Oh man, at first, the first season, I tried to memorize as much as I can, but that script is very wordy. So what you pretty much do as a voiceover actor, because you can have your script right there on the music stand, and you get a good sense of what the character is going through. You break it down. What I do is usually take a couple days prior to and just really go over the script, see what he's going through, put in like certain emotions, the struggles he's going through, what physicality he needs to go through to get there. And so that's pretty. You get prepared, but no, I never really memorized the script because that would be too much to actually do. And also, on the fly, Casey also likes to throw in improv lines, so you have to learn how to improvise every now and then. But
Which
it's
is
a great question.
Which is cool. Because it definitely sounds a lot more natural sometimes than, you know.
Oh yeah, I wish Casey was recording all of the stuff that we did not have. I hope there has to be a blooper reel somewhere because half of the
That could be
time I
cool.
was doing Datu Radio. Actually, there was a thing called Datu Radio, and we'd be listening to ourselves while they're still adjusting all the sound and everything. I would be on the mic and I would just be like, "So Bert, welcome to Datu Radio. It's KDATU. It's all about time to talk about the smooth jazz we are just about to listen to. How do you think about yeah, all that good stuff."
So since you brought it up, were there any quotes that Datu had that, or lines that Datu had that you just loved delivering or that stood out? Because I actually have a couple of lines here that I thought were cool lines from Datu. But was there anything that you that stands out in your mind from your time there?
Well, actually, that's a good question. Um, Casey gave us a list of certain words or phrases that, if it was not in the script, that he just wanted to have on the side just in case. And some of them, a lot of them were like screams, different types of screams. Me saying everybody's name in different ways. So, Michael, or Pegs. Like so a lot of that's not actually put into the full script. So he'll throw in certain things to add to it.
So you're going to right now do Tony, Mike, and Kelly in two different voices? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes. Okay. I guess we can. Kelly. That's what he would say. Kelly, help. Or well, actually, there is a Kelly. So
Yeah, but she's got a guy's name. She's got a guy's name.
Yeah,
She's got a girl's. She's got a girl's name. Kelly's got a girl's name.
actually, Kelly is a name of a warrior.
Yes, indeed. This is our best guest ever. This man knows his stuff. I have brought that
As
up
is
repeatedly.
Datu. Datu. I know. Kelly's a strong name.
These two guys have been communicating behind our backs, dude. He's texting him or he's DMing him.
And it's
what's
weird
going on.
because, as always, Kelly has been texting me non-stop throughout the show.
And Michael.
You can clearly see.
Michael's a great name.
See, Michael's a great name. There's no
Thank
Michael's
you.
a
I love
strong-
this guy.
strong
This guy's
name.
great.
It's the leader of the group. You know, Kelly and Michael. It's a strong fit. There was no Tony in We're Alive.
Yeah.
If I remember.
And who was the character that said that they had mentioned that they had seen Kelly in the shower, and it was not something that they ever wanted to see again? Was it that Datu that said that?
Yeah.
Good call.
Oh, I wish
I can support that call. I think there's really no argument here.
But Tammy Klein, the one that plays Kelly.
Oh, wait, hold on, Jay. I think I've got the quote right here.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Michael, I've seen some scary things in my life, but Kelly, like that?
Yeah, big Kelly.
Glad you're focusing on the show, Tony. Looking at the quotes. way to keep that laser-like focus on the show.
We're alive. You know, it's the theme. Jay, Datu.
So let's get a Datu
true.
speaking to Tony as if he's pushing him
Kelly.
off a cliff.
Kelly is a horrible character on We're Alive. We didn't like her at first. She was mean. She was very mean.
She wanted to throw her own nephew out the apartment building.
So all pissed off she had a guy's name. Of course, I'd be mad too.
But so was there any quotes that you had or any single lines, like I said, that actually stood out for you? Because I've got my
Yeah.
favorite Datu line all lined up, ready to go for you.
Cool. Well, my favorite one, and there is a ringtone if you go to thezombiepodcast.com and download it as a ringtone. It's take these chains off, let me out. When he's in the where's all your guns and shit.
I remember
beginning
that
episode.
one.
Yeah.
But what I'm gonna do is, Jay, if you can go to the left side of your screen,
Left side.
there's you should see a blue square with
Yeah.
some lines going through it.
Yes. Yeah.
That is actually a chat window. And
Oh.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed you your own line.
Oh, all right.
And as Tony feeds Jay, before we get to that, Laura Norman had a question to Jay. Jay, when is We're Alive the music? Laura Norman, by the way, is probably like the #1 SnarkAlec Radio listener. Listens to every episode, lots of comments and all that.
Yeah.
She's on a BlackBerry, so you need to answer slowly so that she can hear the words because they operate in a kind of arcane fashion. But she's wondering when We're Alive the musical is going to come out.
That is a great question. What was her name again? I'm sorry.
Laura Norman.
Gloria Norman?
Laura.
Laura. Oh yeah, I saw her name on. I think I saw her name. Laura Norman. That question has been brought up so many times, and I would love to say that it's going to happen soon. I would love to say it, but unfortunately, it's not coming yet. But when it does, we will definitely let you know, Laura. You'll be the first one. You'll be on the front seat. I'll make sure of it.
Can we do a little scene?
If we can.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so in the chat window, I'm going to put the lines up. So Jay, obviously you're going to
So
be
wait, is this lines from the show?
I'm
It's
looking at the
actually-
side right now. Why does it say Tony is the awesomest person in the world?
Because that's what he types during the show.
I didn't
The
type
show. It's just comments about Tony is so great.
So
Tony
such
is
a
the
smart
awesomest
guy.
person.
there's
Yeah, so-
3 characters in this scene. There's Datu,
Yes.
there's Michael, and Pegs. So since we have Datu here, Datu will play Datu.
Dr.
And since
Wilson.
we have a Michael here, Michael can play Michael. And that
As
way
Can Howard
Hughes.
play Michael?
As Howard Hughes,
as
absolutely.
Howard Hughes. And
Absolutely.
Kelly, you can be Pegs because you have a girl's name.
Oh,
It means
Burn.
warrior.
burn. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna be
warrior, guys.
Peg's
Okay.
the East
It's up
German
there.
swimmer.
It's up there. If you look in the chat window, it'll
Oh,
say.
I see it.
So, well, uh-oh. Okay, Jay?
Sorry, I had to read it. Yeah, I'm
That's-
reading it. It's kind of hilarious. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So, are you ready?
are we
Are you ready,
Yeah.
Jay?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah. And action.
Just because I don't put out? Okay. I see. Double standard.
I'm gonna kill him.
He's not serious.
You know, you're going to get lucky tonight, Michael.
What time is it? 10:10.
Wait, in this scene, am I getting lucky with Pegs? Because
No,
she's a
Datu.
sexy voice. I'm gonna.
She's an East German swimmer, and she's just.
Just because I don't put out. That's awesome. Those great lines.
That was special.
But getting back to Laura's question, we asked Casey last year where this was going after he was done, you know, it was right after the finale, the season 3 finale, and he was being very cagey. And at that point, I don't think he had been. The Nerdist podcast didn't come until the final season, correct? The affiliation.
Yeah.
So I think he was working on that. But as far as anything else, he said there's a lot of possibilities out there, but he didn't want to be nailed down to anything. Now, I've heard rumors that there may be some kind of a TV show or something in different media. I know Casey's been kind of throwing some things out there, but
Yeah,
what can
well-
you tell us without getting in trouble?
Of course, the ultimate goal would be to really turn it into a TV show. But with everything, hey, there's a baby Judith. With everything in life, you kind of need cash. I think we should. I just thought about it. We need a Kickstarter. We need a Kickstarter to this puppy. And
That's right. SnarkAlec
know
Radio
who's great?
really does
Kickstarters.
need.
yeah.
SnarkAlec Radio really does need a Kickstarter. Thank you for suggesting that. Do you want to
Yes.
spearhead that for us, Jay?
Yes. Snark.
You know who's great with Kickstarter incentives? That's Kelly.
But we just need it needs funding, and we've all thought we just need to have somebody put a cartoon together with it, something that's CGI'd. I don't know. All the audio's there. Someone just needs to put some time into it. Be great, and sell it.
What about puppets? Would you consider a puppet version of World?
But okay,
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh my God.
so to clarify,
Once again, Kelly's working his weird fetishes into the show.
They
Anyway,
but just to clarify, as far as you know right now, there is nothing in the works along those lines. But
As of right now, yeah. From what I understand.
Jay.
there is no-
I understand you can't say a lot, so just blink twice if you mean the opposite of what you're saying.
From what I understand.
There we have it, people.
no, I think
Dear
he's having,
listeners,
they can hear him blinking on the radio.
I think he's having a
the
seizure.
blink heard round the world.
No, I really, you'd have to ask Casey that, but from what I understand, nothing's happening just yet. But that doesn't mean give up on it. It might happen. There might be something
With puppets.
with puppets.
Kelly's pretty good at arts and crafts.
That's right.
Yeah.
And,
Kelly's pretty good at ignoring the breaks.
think we're,
So is Mike.
Oh wait, that's.
Hey, you
I'll
know
do
what?
it.
We
Hey,
forgot
you
to
know-
get to the spoilers, which we're going to come back to on the next segment. We kind of jerked you all around there, listeners. Sorry. Hey,
That's
we'll be
what
right
Someone's
back.
getting jerked around.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry
I
that Kelly
know.
had to jerk you guys around.
Yeah, around,
With his
around.
hand
Hey,
puppet.
we're going to be hush. We're going to be right back. You listen to SnarkAlec Radio on Live 365 Loud and Loaded channel. We'll be right back. And I think Datu needs to bring us back in. We're on Live 365 Loud and Loaded, Datu.
Hey, we are back and we are live. Hey, look, he has a Datu hat. You guys should all wear Datu hats. I'm just saying. If hashtag Datu hat, and
There you go.
just send it to me, everybody that's
So
listening.
if we get that
Hashtag
trend,
Datu hat.
somebody makes Datu hats. Do we get a kickback on that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you guys
Everybody, hashtag Datu hat
Datu
right
hat.
now.
Yeah. So all you need to do, find a hat, put a Datu phrase on your hat, take a picture, post it on Twitter with the hashtag Datu hat, and Jay will
And
be.
I will repost it. I will post it on my Instagram at Jay Olegario. And Tony
Has
at
a Datu
Tony
5
Solo
hat.
has a Datu hat.
I have a
It's
Datu
trendy.
hat
It's-
because I love Datu. He's my favorite character after Pegs, Michael,
You forgot Kalani.
Bert. No, I've gone on record saying that Datu is definitely in my top 5.
What? Huh?
Just now.
What record is that?
As of
I'm a lying sack of shit record? That one?
Fuck you, Kelly.
3 seconds ago, Tony Solo went on record and said Datu is in his top 5 favorite characters.
That's
As
gonna
I've
be my.
always said, starting now.
Hey, I'm on record.
That's gonna keep me up at night.
So there's a couple other things that we want to get to with Jay. Unless we've got any other questions from the peanut gallery, let me check the Q&A. It's been a little bit slow on the Q&A.
And while we're doing that, and I know Tony frustrates Tony when I'm on my phone during the show, but I have to take a selfie with my Datu hat and post it with Datu hat on it during the show, because that's the thing you do.
Oh, it will be Instagrammed and tweeted.
Yeah,
Tweeted?
he couldn't do a screen cap and just send that out. You know, he has to take a selfie.
Wait, can you put? Hold on, I can do this here. Kelly, can you
A real
take that
selfie?
selfie again? I want to take a picture of you taking the selfie off of the computer screen.
It's all
All
selfie
right, so we ready?
for the
Yeah,
radio.
Here we go. No, I'm doing like a real live one. So you happy? There you go.
That was perfect.
Great.
That's art, people. That's meta right there.
That's right. It's like layers upon layers, wheels within wheels.
It's happening.
I really would
I
like
think,
to.
wow,
so
Miranda
Tony,
is still on. Hey, Miranda. She just
She is
tweeted
so
right
awesome.
now. This girl.
Kelly, what the hell's your Instagram handle?
Mike's a frickin' liar. So it's a tough one. It's KELLYTHUL, like on Twitter, like on Facebook, like it's my name.
And mine's at Jay Olegario, and Mirinda_music is still tweeting.
She rocks.
Of course she is. So, we want to talk about surviving the zombie apocalypse, and figured that that Jay would be a.
It depends on.
Well, what we're going to be talking about is an article that I found about states that if you lived in them, you'd be least likely to survive in, and they ranked all the states in the union. But before we get to that,
Wait, where am I at? Where's Pennsylvania on this?
Don't worry about it, Mike. When we get there, we'll talk about it. But before we go there, I thought it might be a little bit of fun if maybe I just use my little Bert voice just a little bit to throw you a line, and then I would throw your response into the chat window, and the chat window would, the line that you'd be getting would be something from a well-known movie, and it would become very apparent when, such as if I was to say something like this to you, Datu, I think it's time for Shirley and I to go attack the Death Star. What do you think? I should have put a space in there.
May the force be with you.
So, see, that's how it would go.
Right.
Now, if
All right.
anybody else has a movie line, they might want to hear. There's another. There's here. This one is another big classic one. This one I'm just going to throw into the chat window with no intro.
Yes.
And when you see it, you'll kind of know what it is. So that's another one for.
All right, here. Todo, I've got a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore. Maybe Pennsylvania, but. Shout out to Pennsylvania! Ow!
Okay, so now here's one that I came up with, kind of, but once you read it, you'll know where it comes from. And
What's 2 and 3?
well, that's just to put a space in between.
Oh, cool. That's cool. I like it. Say hello to my little Madagan.
Yeah, that one didn't go over too good.
No.
Yeah, nah. It's supposed to
Say
be
hello to my little
It wasn't you, Tony. It was totally Jay's fault. He bungled it.
No, Jay didn't bungle it.
Datu just can't do it right, can he?
Come on, dance, monkey, dance. Say this next one.
Say hello. Do you want me to do? Say hello to my
Let's hear it
little
as Jorge.
Madagan.
Let's hear it as Jorge.
Say hello to my little Madagan.
Nice.
Hey, órale, oh. Say hello. Say órale.
Okay,
Say
we'll,
hola. Oh, yeah.
unless you guys have anything else to do, guys, I'm going to just put one up there, and this one needs no intro. I haven't been looking at Twitter, so I don't know if people are trying to It's right after the number 4, Jay.
Oh, yes.
And this is definitely a well-known.
So
Well known.
1,100 men went in the water. 360 men come out. The sharks took the rest. Did you want me to do it in the film?
Yeah, you gotta do this Datu. That was the whole
As Datu in a hot air balloon. As Datu in a hot air balloon.
So, 1,100 men went in the water. 316 men come out. The sharks took the rest. June 29th, 1945. Anyway, we delivered the bomb.
And that, of course, is from Home Alone.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. It was
Of course,
exactly from
It's
Home
from
Alone.
the Three Amigos. Yeah.
So we have a little bit of time left, right? Because if you don't mind, Tony, I've got a little idea myself here.
I like it. What's Kelly's idea?
My little idea is that, so I think I wanted to pick a song that everybody was familiar with, and so I figure Wheels on the Bus was a safe choice in terms of a song that most people are familiar with. I was wondering if we could have a little bit of back and forth between Howard Hughes and Datu in doing Wheels on the Bus. So Mike, why don't you give Jay a little example of Howard Hughes?
The wheels on the bus go round and round. That, of course, sounds exactly like the famous aviator, Howard Hughes.
Yes,
Howard Hughes.
it sounds like it.
Dead on.
It
And
felt
scary.
like
So maybe just wheels and wipers, you guys could do that back and forth a little bit. I think it would sound pretty good.
the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Howard Hughes, what is wrong? Pick it up.
I'm
Wheels
sorry.
on the bus go
The wheels
round
on the bus go round and round.
all through the town.
All through the goddamned town.
Oh, you're a funny guy. All right, the windshield wipers. The windshield wipers go swish, swish, swish.
I can't do the swish, swish, swish. I was
Come
smoking
on,
too
come
much
on.
before the show.
You can
I will
swish.
swish off of my chair.
Yeah. That is okay. Anybody can swish. But 1,100 men
magic.
went into the water.
But
1,100 men
what
went in
else
the
is
water.
there on the bus then? We've done the wheels and we've done the wipers.
Let's do the ladies on the bus now.
The Tony under the bus.
Tony under the bus go. Oh, ba-doop, ba-doop,
I'm sorry, Datu.
ba-doop, ba-doop, beep, beep, ba-doop, ba-doop.
That's what the
Okay.
Kelly bus driver does.
Thank you.
Dawn, we didn't go with your very lengthy question about which.
Judgmentally.
Yes, no.
You can use your shitty question.
Well, okay. So, hey, let's go with Dawn's question. We already know how to battle zombies,
After I block you.
but how would you battle the following sci-fi creatures? And she's got a very long list of sci-fi creatures here that she wants to know how Jay would battle.
Jay or Datu?
Datu.
Yes.
Assuming that Datu or Jay is familiar with these creatures: Sharktopus, Dinocroc, Piranaconda, Battle Dogs, Gatoroid, Two-Headed Shark, Super Shark, Robocroc, Tasmanian Devil, Megapython, and Sharknado. So,
Have you guys been to the Philippines lately? Those are actual creatures in the Philippines. Every one of them. We have to battle them every day. It is very difficult.
While singing Wheels on the Bus.
That's right. And if memory serves, the Philippines do border Holland, which is right over there. So,
Right outside Kelly's house.
right over, just almost within arm's reach of my house.
I'm
Holland
reaching
and the
for Marinda right now. Holland.
Wait, isn't weed legal in Holland? Party at Kelly's.
next door to Kelly's in Holland.
It is. I think it
Crashing at Kelly's after the Holland party.
But that was a lengthy list. I don't know. Were we actually gonna answer that?
no, we
Number
weren't.
one?
That's why I didn't. That's why I initially didn't ask the question, but I was
Because
asked if I had
he was
seen.
incapable of editing it down to 1 or 2 because he had to read the whole quote exactly as it was.
No, because Kelly's been interrupting me every time I ask a question tonight, so I didn't think I'd get through half of it.
Kelly.
To point out how.
Feels so dirty.
Anyway.
Datu rules, but Kelly.
So we're all going to go move to Kelly's house because if you go to the SnarkAlec website on the resource page, there is a list of states ranked by what your chances of surviving the zombie apocalypse are. So, unfortunately, for me, Mike, and Jay, we're not doing so good. But where do you think would be the best place to survive the zombie apocalypse?
I would say the Hawaii.
Okay.
Yes.
Mike?
Because
Detroit.
Okay, that's wrong. So the most likely place to survive the zombie apocalypse. Would be Alaska. And so what they did was they used 10 criteria. How many active military people, military veterans, people that are physically active, martial arts, survival skills, people that have guns, obesity, a whole bunch of things. Some of the things I don't really agree with, and some I do. But Alaska is number one.
Alaska, how do they figure?
Well, because they rank number one in military people per
Really?
capita, I guess. They've got a lot of veterans to live up there. Have to be physically active. A lot of people own guns. A lot of people are into laser
That
tag.
sounds like Texas.
Yeah.
Where does Detroit fall on this? Because I don't know if you
Okay.
guys have been to Detroit, but they've been in the zombie apocalypse for about 20 years now.
Okay, so this is by state, and Michigan ranks number 27th, right behind Texas, which is 26th.
Really?
Oh,
At least Texas. Everyone has a gun down there.
yeah, that's what you'd think, but they don't.
Oh.
They don't. They're not very physically active, I guess. Hawaii is.
You don't need to be
28th.
physically active to shoot someone. It's a fact.
But eventually you're going to run out of bullets. And when that happens, you have to get physical the way they do in The Walking Dead. You know, they're the old knife to the knife to the head.
Speaking about The Walking Dead, isn't there's such a contrast between the zombies, between The Walking Dead zombies and We're Alive zombies?
Well, you see, that's really scary because the We're Alive zombies are different because those things evolve, and you know, like there's special purpose zombies in We're Alive, where in The Walking Dead you're screwed because you die, you're going to become a zombie. Unlike some of the other zombie movies where you can die and that's it. But if you die in The Walking Dead, you're coming back somewhere along the line.
Well, it just really depends down to those different types of zombies. Because I would hate to want to be in the actual zombie podcast We're Alive zombie world because they're too smart.
And see, now the question is though, are they smart because of Roberts and Randy? Like they're directing everything? Like if they weren't around, like the theory is right now at the end of chapter 47, they want to kill Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea is if they take, it's like taking the head. And they feel if they take the head, that should be the end of it. And it seems like some of the information we're getting is that some of these zombies aren't that durable. They don't last long, or they, they don't obey. And that's why Roberts is experimenting. That's what we've found out.
Yeah.
But in The Walking Dead, they're just They'll just come and eat you.
Yeah, randomly. I like where we're going with The Walking Dead. If everybody's watching that, it's amazing. Can't wait till September,
So,
October.
Mike's baby Judith head comes from The Walking Dead because when they had the break in the middle of last season, we didn't know if Judith survived. So Michael,
No, I knew she didn't.
Okay, so what Michael did was he went out and bought a doll.
We went out and bought a doll, Tony.
Together. You guys
Together.
bought dolls together. Hand
We
in
went
hand.
doll shopping together. I'm just cutting Kelly off at the pass before he can make the joke.
So Mike lives in Philadelphia, and I'm in New Jersey, and yes, I'm less than 30 minutes from Mike. So yes, I did hook up with Mike. He took me out to dinner. There was no dancing, and then we went doll shopping.
Second base, though, I'm a gentleman.
Oh, nice. Classy guy.
Yeah, and then Mike woke up from his dream. I dropped him off at his apartment, and I went home. I dropped him off to his wife. I went home to my wife and kids, and we all forgot anything happened.
Like it never happened.
Yeah,
But-
never.
I
And
understand. I
Judith
visited
came
Vegas every now and then. So wait, are we thinking that Judith is still alive?
Well, Judith is still alive now, as far as we know. She's with Tyrese and Carol. But at the end of the first half of last season, when they had that little break in the middle of the season, we didn't know if Judith survived the prison. So
She didn't.
Right.
she didn't because Mike is using her head as a shot glass.
Right. And I've already explained away where that Judith came from. That Judith is a prisoner with a hormone disorder that makes them look like a baby, and they were hiding out in the prison waiting for the perfect moment to switch places with Judith, which was during the melee outside of the prison, obviously.
That's a
It's
deep
weird
story.
that I'm the first person to realize this, but I think that everyone else is coming over to my side.
That should catch on. I really like that one.
That's what
I'm
it
gonna go
is.
with that.
You guys laugh now, but trust me,
That's
halfway
a
through
real
the
actress
season-
too. She's actually a Shakespearean actress, the baby actress.
Yes,
She does the Tempest.
she's an opera singer too. Have you heard her scream? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gets it.
I think we got to take one more break, and then we're gonna do something else. Are we gonna do something else, guys?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jay says, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Are we? So what are we gonna do?
Oh.
I'm asking. Kelly's been looking intently at the screen, like.
What are you looking at?
I feel like Kelly has something, or he's deep into hand puppet porn right now.
Yes, I feel. I think something
Yes,
else is on the
quit
screen.
talking. You're spoiling the mood. You be quiet for a second. No.
But okay, so we'll take a break. Come back. We'll talk a little bit about Walking Dead, and then we'll wrap this puppy up.
Cool.
So this is the SnarkAlec Radio Show on Live 365's Loud and Loaded channel. We'll be right back with Jay Olegario. And we're back. I am Tony. Mike and Kelly are here, and Jay
Tony!
Olegario from We're Alive is here, and we're talking zombies.
Ow, Tony.
My best friend for life, Jay Olegario.
You know,
He's
I like
here.
you, Tony.
I know you do. Everybody does.
Saying, you're a good guy.
Oh, fuck you, Kelly.
You never really get to know a guy, Jay, until you go doll shopping with him.
Okay, so
Having
tell
done that, I can say that Tony is genuinely a good guy.
Oh, wow, soft side.
Yeah.
Mostly
Yeah.
soft.
Let's talk about.
Okay, Kelly. We don't have to go there.
I think we were
So-
talking about limp earlier. Go ahead.
When did you start watching The Walking Dead? You weren't watching for a
Yes.
while, were you?
No, I like pretty much everybody on the cast and crew. We tried to stay away from other zombie situations just so it doesn't influence us. But after a while, I felt I believe Casey still doesn't watch it. So, but I had to. I had to. Everybody kept talking about it, and I love the zombie culture. So had to get into it, and I got hooked. I got hooked.
So when did you come in? Did you come in after the first season or second season? Like, did you get a chance to like speed?
Oh, Netflix is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Hashtag Netflix. Um, Netflix allowed me to screw up a whole week of productivity, and that's what I did. I sat on the couch, made an indention on my couch, and watched it back to back to back. I watched the first three seasons through.
Nice.
Yeah,
Uh, and then you watched last season and you had to wait, right?
yeah.
Didn't
That was.
didn't that really suck waiting?
I hate life and regular waiting. Like right now, we're waiting for the next season to come out. This is
Okay,
horrible.
so our life has been. I started listening to We're Live like I think before the second season started. And if Melissa was here, she'd be able to correct me because we started listening at the same time. So we listened to a whole bunch of stuff, and it was just like one right after the other, after the other, after the other, and it was great
Hmm.
because there was no cliffhangers. Because hey, when you finished one episode, the next one was there. Um,
Exactly.
then we had to start waiting, and Kelly didn't start listening until after the second season was done, and he power listened up to the third season, and we were telling him it's really gonna suck when you have to wait, you know. Um,
Yeah.
and sure enough, Kelly was like, "Waiting sucks," you know. And it's not, and it's not the week between um, parts of the chapter. It's that 2 week between chapters that's the killer. Because
Yeah.
and the cliffhangers that you know Casey's been leaving us on uh, is crazy. I
That
will
last
put.
line Jenna got before, yeah, on this last episode, Jenna got the
Yeah,
last line before
she
the
got the.
live show.
Yeah, she did, and
Yeah.
but
That's a super cliffhanger.
one of the things that he did in the past though was that he'd have a story thread, and he'd have it in one part of a chapter, and
Hmm.
then the next part of that chapter would be about whatever was going on with the other group or someplace else, and so he'd leave you on that cliffhanger, and there'd be some times where he left you on a cliffhanger for a chapter, and the next chapter would be about something totally different, and then
Totally.
he'd come back to the other one, which really sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how you keep people listening. You have to keep those cliffhangers for 5 years now, is it? Or six
Well,
years?
for
For We're Live?
yeah, for real life. So,
Yeah.
since you've been in We're Live and you've seen The Walking Dead, do you see any you know conflicts between the two, or I mean, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing that I could say from like We're Live that Casey must have gotten that from there, or
No,
vice
no.
versa. Any
I
similarities?
think I really I think that you know how after The Walking Dead has The Talking Dead?
Right.
Is there any other show on TV that has a show about a show?
Yes.
Oh, there is?
Breaking Bad had Talking Bad after it. Same guy,
Oh.
same deal.
Ah,
Um,
I really think that's been borrowed from, the We're Alive to the We're Not Dead arc. And then all these other things that talk about the show in between episodes.
well, I think
I think that they're biters. I think The Walking Dead are biters. Just saying.
Breaking
How's
Bad was
that?
first, though, right, Kelly?
Yep. In terms of
Really?
I mean, so Walking Dead,
Really?
Actually, Hardwick started doing Breaking the Breaking Bad show after he'd already been doing the Talking Dead stuff.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
man.
Worried about it because he was like, oh, I need to, because Breaking Bad's a little more serious show. Not The Walking Dead's a walk in the park,
Yeah.
but it was good. But Jay, you got to catch Breaking Bad. Work it in the schedule. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be awesome. But I
Well,
have a Datu hat update.
I am. Actually, I met I met Cranston a while ago, and I felt
Did he try and sell you
really
meth?
bad. Huh?
Did he try and sell?
No, I took care of one of his friends in the hospital.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yes, yeah.
But
When I was working in
he
Hollywood.
seems like a really kind of genuine, cool guy.
That guy in real life is amazing. Yeah, he's just really cool. And it was right before he just became, super huge from Breaking Bad.
So
Yeah.
real quick, Datu hat update for you. Jay, since you don't follow me back on Twitter, not bitter hashtag.
No, I'm
did
doing
tweet
it.
it out. I
I
did tweet
see
it
it.
out. Not begging. Hashtag. Yes, I am. Hashtag.
Yeah.
I'm doing it right now.
Okay, good. Yes, then I've achieved my goal. But there is a Datu hat. I did the selfie from here that Mike had to take his picture of. Laura Norman, and again, Laura's got a BlackBerry. So she was challenged here a little bit. So it was kind of a picture made with sticks and twigs, and it's not really a hashtag because BlackBerries can't do hashtags because they don't have characters. The symbols. They only have goes back when the alphabet only had 12 letters. So that's it. But she has put something out as well. So Laura Norman sent a Datu hat, and I've done
I
a Datu.
see it. That's
Yeah.
the coolest thing ever.
And on the
Laura.
radio show, Jay has picked Laura Norman's BlackBerry Datu hat over mine.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the first one that came up.
Even though it does look very similar to a cave painting, because
Yes, it does.
the BlackBerry technology.
Laura, you need to get a new phone.
Listen to Datu. Datu,
You know-
tell her.
Laura, please. This is not the apocalypse time. We're still in the 21st century. Good technology is out there. You have to please don't get the BlackBerry anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Oh, Datu, stop singing. And
Datu sings Disney.
who
I
cares
see
about the phone? It's the zombie apocalypse. Nothing
Do
works.
you want to build a snowman? No? Laura.
So, Jay, I'm going to get a dickweed tweet here shortly from Laura. She's going to call me a dickweed, but with your little let it
Because
go,
he is.
you may get one too.
All right.
Okay, so let it be noted that now Laura Norman, who was Datu's biggest #1 fan, is going to be calling Jay a dickweed shortly.
No, Laura. But you know what? I love Laura. Laura_Norman9.
Now you do
Awesome.
sound like Tony Solo.
No, you don't.
Laura, I'm just saying, Samsung Galaxy is coming out with phones that are like 99, and I hate Samsung.
I wouldn't say that.
Ow.
I'm sorry, I'm an Apple fan.
Samsung.
You're on a MacBook and an iPhone, and I'm sorry, I'm in Civic.
And I think everybody here has an Android phone, and
Oh.
Kelly and I both have Samsungs, and Mike's an LG.
I love Samsung. Samsung is amazing. Hey, let's go back to hating Tony again.
It's been a while. I think
It's been a while.
to come
I
back.
think it's time to remind everyone about Tony.
None of us really like Tony.
Hey, kids. Have we hated Tony yet? Just kidding.
That's right.
Yes, everybody has. Was going to go someplace, but I got totally distracted by the hate again.
Oh, dry a tear.
Distracted by Hate is a great band name.
Excellent. Need a Tissue would be another great band name.
No, don't need a tissue. We talked a little bit about The Walking Dead. We talked about surviving the zombie
I got
apocalypse.
the dickweed tweet, by the way.
Yeah, I see it. My BlackBerry works fine, thanks. Kelly, you're a dickweed.
I told you.
Oh, Don.
But you see, she spelled "you're" wrong. She spelled it wrong. It's supposed to be "you are." Your.
Oh,
So, but that's because she's using
Don,
a BlackBerry.
that was
So do you hate her, Tony?
That
No,
was
I
another.
don't hate her. I love Laura Norman. She's one of
That
the
was a
best.
dickweed move.
She's one of the best contributors to the SnarkAlec Radio show. She's usually the first one to submit something. She submitted topics that we have used over and over on the show. She's a big supporter. I love Laura, and she can keep her BlackBerry for however long she wants to.
Yeah, FYI, Laura, real phones have a grammar check. You know,
Oh.
that wouldn't have happened to you with a
But
real phone.
Laura, you're still cool. I still like Laura_Norman9. Follow her.
This is just so wrong. So wrong what's going on here tonight. I mean, it's just so wrong. What show was Miranda on? Does anybody remember? Miranda.
_music.
Yes.
I'm the only one who gets to call her Miranda. So,
Yeah.
that's my Illinois coming out. That was, oh gosh, I don't remember the number, but she was, and she interviewed. So Jay, I don't know if Tony and you caught up on this, but Miranda, she came on incredibly awesome. She does a lot of music. You can kind of catch her stuff on Spotify. I think she's got some stuff on YouTube as well, but she's really cool. But she interviewed the actor that played Michael. She's wrapping up some of her college work in Holland. She interviewed him, and but she was an awesome guest. And she's blind, and so she did this stupid, crazy show without being able to see us, fielding tweets on her phone, reading her tweets to her, and she didn't miss a beat. She was just great. She was really fun.
No, yeah, I need to get together with Miranda. Miranda, if you're listening, let's talk.
She's not. She knows how to get a hold of you. She's got your.
Oh, oh, yeah, she does.
Well, actually, it would be helpful, Jay, if you could tweet your address and phone number at this point in time. It would facilitate her.
No.
Just go ahead.
If you really want to make it easy, just
tweet what?
ATM card number, and your PIN.
Social Security number is really helpful.
It's 555-55-5555.
Datu, you're getting on my nerves. Go fix something for once.
Bert? Oh no, Bert.
Straighten them out, Howard.
Oh wait, was that Howard? Sorry, I didn't see. I thought
Howard's
that
not
was.
paying attention.
No, it was Bert. It was Bert.
I'm
But
here.
I'm suggesting that Howard could whip you guys both in the line.
Oh.
I'll just take Shirley and I'll shove Shirley in Howard's mouth.
Oh.
Wait, what's happening right now?
I don't know.
It is late.
It might be time to wrap things up for tonight.
Tony's like a mogwai, and if we go a little bit over a certain time,
Mogwai.
Somebody's
Gremlin
putting some
starts
water on
walking.
him.
Don't pour the water on him.
Mogwai solo.
Yeah.
Jedi Knight, Mogwai solo.
So, is there any? Let's see if there's just one more last request for questions for people out there, because we're gonna wrap this puppy up. Jay's been awesome. He's been really fun.
Laura_Norman9 said, I gave my son the good phone. He has the iPhone. See, Laura has
Awesome mom.
Wait,
Laura
hold on.
has a great
Jay,
heart.
Jay, could you read the rest of that tweet? Read the whole thing.
Laura-
Don't
Laura
just
has a-
stop there.
No, I think he's done.
Laura has a great heart. What? Oh,
There's a little more to that tweet, Jay, if you move on.
Oh man. See, hashtag SnarkAlec Radio at Tony Solo. Oh.
There
And
you
said
go.
thanks. Oh, I after all the ats, it says thanks, Tony. Kelly Dickweed.
That's the whole tweet. You can't leave that part out.
Because it's perfectly okay to point those out, but if we ever point out a little, thing about Tony at all, it's
Hashtag.
Boss is on me. Ah!
But we've got a
What is it?
request.
Hashtag Kelly Dickweed.
If we could go out with a song, because Lee was complaining that she missed the song. She missed the singing. I don't know if we want to do Wheels on the Bus, though.
There's other songs. Hey,
Well, so what other song would be good that? So, you guys could do a little Bohemian Rhapsody, right? Back and
Oh
forth.
no.
can.
I was thinking maybe Yellow
I
Submarine.
see a
Oh.
all right.
That's-
I was ready to go, but
I like Bohemian Rhapsody. I don't
I
know.
like
You
Queen.
just- Yellow Submarine, Bohemian Rhapsody. You two decide. You're the vocal talent. Go.
Okay, what did you have, Mike?
I was ready to go with Bohemian Rhapsody. But
Okay, then you and Jay can go
Done
for it.
and done.
Howard?
Okay, so how are we gonna do this, Howard?
I
started.
see a little silhouette of a man.
See, that was the part that I was
I
going
see a little.
to completely threw
Oh,
me off.
shit.
I was ready for that.
Okay, you do
Wait,
that
let's
one.
do row, row, row your boat.
Can't you do Scaramouche? Scaramouche, can you do the fandango?
See, that's a very good Bert there.
Yeah,
Thunderbolts of lightning, very, very frightening.
Oh, Galileo.
Oh,
Galileo.
Tony just porned it up.
Figaro.
Magnifico! Oh.
Gilly's just a poor boy. Nobody loves him.
He's just a poor boy from a poor family, scaring his life from this monstrosity.
Easy come, easy go. Will you let me go? No.
Bismillah. No,
No, we will not let you go.
let him go.
No.
Michael, let him go. Tony Solo, let him go.
Magnifico.
Oh,
Hold
Mamma
on, let
Mia,
him go.
Mamma Mia.
Mamma mia, let him go. Tony Solo.
No.
Beetle bugs have a devil put aside for me.
For me?
For me.
For me.
For me?
Do the Brian May part. So you think you can stop me and spit in my eye?
So you think you can love me and leave me to die?
Oh, baby. You can't do this to me, baby.
Just gotta get out. Just gotta get right out.
Let's do this as little babies. Let's do this as babies. That's fun. I like to do it as babies.
Are we going baby time?
Yeah, let's have baby time. And Kelly, go fuck yourself because there's nothing funnier than a baby that causes like this.
Yeah, there's nothing. The old fuck yourself baby's awesome. Yeah,
Baby
that's gonna be in the stores at Toys R Us this year. Fuck yourself, baby.
Fuck yourself, baby.
Oh, and fuck yourself, baby playmate. Datu, and fuck yourself, baby.
And Kelly Dickweed.
Kelly Dickweed, baby.
Baby
Yes,
Jimmy
we have
said
Dickweed,
Kelly
baby.
Dickweed.
Yeah, okay, Jay.
I'm sorry. Hey, remember
Okay. All right.
we did like Tony? Remember
Big sigh,
that
Jay.
time,
Big sigh.
What the fuck happened to this show?
I don't know, but that was a
Remember
lot
when-
of fun.
Remember when Michael was just neutral zone and no one
Yeah.
really felt
Mike,
anything?
Mike just used to be a calm, floating head there, and now all of a sudden, it's just freaking madness.
It's happening.
Should we end it right there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We actually
Next
should end
week-
it some time ago.
Next week we're gonna have Greer Bishop on.
Well,
She was. Do you know who Greer Bishop is, Kelly?
She's highly placed in the Catholic Church.
No.
Oh.
Greer Bishop was in Crimes of the Mind with Rebecca Kennedy. That's the movie where she played Crazy
Oh.
Kelly.
nice.
So,
Rebecca
The girl with the
Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Rebecca
do you know
Kennedy.
Rebecca Kennedy?
I have not met her personally, but her work is fantastic. So at Rebecca Kennedy, you are awesome.
Did you know
Okay.
she's a cannibal? Were you aware of that?
What?
She's a cannibal. Did you know that or not? No, she's not. She's awesome. She's been on the show a couple times. She's very cool.
I don't doubt
Not
it.
as far as I know, she's not a cannibal.
Did you see House Hunting was one of her movies, Jay?
I haven't. I have not watched it. No, I saw her clips though. I watched.
Okay.
I watched it
Because
today.
she was in House Hunting. She's been in a couple of movies. She's been on the show like 2 or 3 times.
yeah.
Kel? I think 3 times.
Mhm.
We've had her on.
3.
But we're getting Greer Bishop next week.
So cool.
So that's going to be cool. We'd love to have Jay back. This was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah,
we
that's
we
cool.
gotta have Jay back once Walking Dead comes on, and we could talk zombie shit.
Yo,
Absolutely.
call me. I'm over
Yeah,
here.
you want to know something? Then we'll get a cup of coffee. We'll get together, and we'll just talk. You know what I mean? Just me and you. Maybe we'll go shopping. We'll get my handbags. We'll go out
Buy
there.
some dolls.
I'll give you a topic. Here's the topic. Datu rule. This
Oh. Just as long as you have to call me before you come back on the show. That way, we'll make sure that our outfits don't clash. Because you want to know something? I've got a problem. If I'm wearing green and you're wearing green, it just won't work.
Then I
And,
won't.
and
I
I'll be
got
black
my
and white too,
pieces.
but it won't work. So we can do that, okay?
I'll just get overclamped, but don't even work. Oh.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.